Spencer, my buddy. So, sorry, I'm white whore. I gotta remember that, cause that's, yeah. Anyway, this is to you, and I hope I, like, so don't cry, cause then you'll, like, kick my ass. But yeah. You are the most strongest girl I've ever known. You've always been there for me. I remember when I dressed up and did that attitude much story, and you were like, oh my god. And I was like, oh my god. And Seth was like, put clothes on, and then Nathan chimed in, and you were like, she can wear whatever the hell she wants. And yeah, it was pretty awesome how you did that. And I know we fought recently, but out of all the role players that I roleplay with, and out of everyone I talk to, you're like family, because you know everything, you know what's going on, you care for my kids, and you act like they're your nieces and nephews. And I can't tell you how long it's been since I actually just wanted a friend to be so caring. And it sucks because you're so young and you have so much to live for. And when I said I was doing this video blog for you, I kind of was doing it for someone else, because since you're family, your brother's my brother too. And I know the situation. And if I make you cry, you can beat me. You can have Nathan beat me. He's kind of pinched me recently. But, happy birthday to your brother. And I hope he knows that he has the most cutest little sister of all time. And I'm glad to know you as my friend, my elite bestie. And you're just really, really awesome. So, as promised, I wanted to read you my letter. Fortunately, I have to get it, which is gonna take me a while, but I'm gonna get it, I promise. And I'm gonna read it to you. Because you wanted it, and I think it's the perfect day to get it for you. So, I'm gonna read it. I really redid it, and I hope you hate it. Well, not hate it. I hope you love it, but yeah. Alright, so here goes. Dear Spizzy, the last couple of days, I haven't made things easier on you. That was this original letter. I have hurt you, and I am deeply sorry. I remember when I started roleplay, you met me on Tia, and you helped me out so much. I remember being so scared that I could never trust you, and it wasn't the way, it was just how people always came into my life. Like, they would be my friend for one thing and then trash me. But in a blink of an eye, I stood up for you with Seth. And he came back, and I don't know what he did or whatever. Cheated. I don't even know what went on through that boy's head. And I told him, I was like, well, if you love her, you gotta prove it to her. You can't just expect to come waltzing back in and take her back. And I remember the times that I helped you annoy Seth. I think that was like every day. I remember the time where I first found out about my wisdom teeth coming in massively, and I was in pain, and you were like, making me laugh. And then Seth did something, and so I told him, I was like, yo, take a Benadryl, you'll be fine. I mean, I took 2. And instead he took 2, and he woke up like 5 hours later. And he was like, damn, Benadryl knocks you out. And I'm like, you're young, you're only supposed to take 1. I felt so bad. And you're like, it's okay. But anyway, we continued our friendship, and you two were the only ones who I would get on Facebook for. It was always on Facebook. If I wasn't, I was at work, and I was thinking about how you guys just took a burden off of my shoulders. And eventually they all gone. They were all gone. I was back in school, and I wanted to leave roleplay. And I remember August 31st, my final day, I was saying goodbyes, wrote this big ass long discussion, and you were like, you can add me on my real Facebook. And that's how our friendship started. We would talk all the time on our real accounts, pass messages, and then we'd get on our roleplay accounts and just confuse the hell out of that. And you and Nathan convinced me to stay. And I remember one day, you were like, shouldn't you be doing schoolwork? And I said, you know what, bitch? And I took a screenshot of my screen, and it had Facebook, and it had my school account, and you like saw everything, and I was like, oh my god. But I ended up passing that semester, and I wouldn't have if it wasn't for you. And Seth. But mainly you, because you were always talking to me. And you never fought with me until recent. We usually made up, but not after this fight. And I took personal stuff out on you, and I shouldn't have. And that I'm really sorry for. And I felt like I was losing you like I had lost Seth. And I couldn't bear to see the one thing that kept me from going crazy with Lee. But I also realized that if I fought too hard, that you'd be scared. And I didn't want that for you. And you always make me cry, damn you. And as I read your memory post, I kind of made a copy. They put it in the front of the book. And you wrote, okay, so you inspire me so much for so many different reasons. You remind me so much of myself and some of the things I've gone through and am still going through. And seeing you and knowing that you managed to come out alive and okay shows me that I might be able to do the same. You were so strong and amazing, talented, beautiful, and just all around out of this world. But my favorite part in that was, no matter what anyone says, remember that you are a strong, loving, caring mother, and person. I am honored to have you as a friend, I truly am. And then at the last part, it said, and I love you so much, Julie, as my best friend, sister, and kind of adopted mother. And then you wrote, I know to you I may just be a pesky little 15-year-old. You're not a pesky 15-year-old. You're my daughter. And I know that it was my fault. And I'm glad I didn't lose out on the world's greatest treasure. And I don't want closure if we ever end our friendship. Because you're the best damn thing that's ever happened to me. And if it wasn't for you, I probably would have cut it by now. You're very awesome. And I just hope you know that you realize that. that somewhere down the line, I'm never gonna forget you. And last night, you proved to be the biggest friend anyone could ask for. You talked to me, you calmed me down. I'm sorry I didn't tell you everything about Court that I'm going to now. But I want you to know I'm not fighting back because it's stupid. I'm fighting to keep my family together. Because if I should ever lose you, they're the only thing that I'm gonna have left. I really do love you. And for my sake, and for Mikey, Coops, Jillian's, and Bianca's, I really hope you take the time tonight to actually remember your brother, our brother, for what he was, and not what you see or what you think, because you and him both are extraordinary children. And if I could, I would adopt you in a heartbeat, and I'd take you away from that place, just so that you didn't have to experience any more pain. I love you. And tell our brother I said happy birthday.